Hello, this is my ScreenCast review of a website for EME 2040. I am Clementine Cox, and I am reviewing the Newsom High School website. And from my perspective is how I actually used this website recently, because this is the school where I will be doing my observations for my intro to teaching class. So my tasks were basically to look at information in the school, such as the calendar, to see what days I couldn't observe, and the school history and awards for the school and things like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is just look on the home page. There's the calendar link there. That's good. It's also right at the top, easily accessible. So these are events. I guess there's not a lot of events. This event does not include anything but early release days. That's a little useless, but I suppose that's helpful to some people. Some cool announcements. Interesting. The size is changing, and then the arrow button disappears, so then you have to start clicking the numbers. This is from 2016. That's a little outdated, but Grand Champions is a big thing, so I suppose they can keep it there. The most annoying thing is that it changes window size, but I suppose that's forgivable. Here is, very easily, the principal and contact information, address, and for any parents whose children have missed school, they can easily call. That's good. Some tweets. That's cute. Like this. Interesting. And then here's the news. Kind of ugly, but, serviceable. So I'm going to look at the calendar. Nice. Okay. Not loaded yet, but that's forgivable. Probably just the iconic USF Wi-Fi. The first thing I think looking at this calendar is that it's very full and colorful. It's hard for me to pick out what I need to look at, and it's not really color-coded either, because see, this is a non-student day, the same color as a volleyball game. There's no key or anything, or something to search specific things, like a bar to look at, volleyball or choir schedule. So it could have filters that would be helpful. But for now, I am looks like there's an early release day every Monday this month, underclassmen pictures. Oh, and college visits. Interesting. Where's the USF college visit? I'm offended. Wow. Okay, whatever. Don't come to USF. We don't want you anyway. But looks like there aren't any school days off on Fridays, which are the days I want to observe, so that's helpful to me. Look at October. It's not loading. It doesn't load immediately, but it's fine. That's good. There's a lot on Saturdays. So I look state honor choir. Okay, so the choir kids will be out of class that day. Maybe I don't want to observe this day if I want to look at choir kids, maybe. Interesting. Football games so far I'm looking specifically for days off, and it doesn't seem to be a lot on Fridays. But also, it might just not be there. Suppose I'll find out. Again, too many things on it. Good to know. Fall break, non-student days. That is helpful, but it's also like the same color as this early release day and Great American Teach-In, so it's hard to point it out. If all of the off days could be red so that you would know, and that's just the color for days you have off, that would be helpful. But for now, you just kind of have to look at the words. And December, which would be the last possible day, the possible month I could observe. And it's got to load. Yes, okay. One thing I want to note is that I'm assuming these days are the final exams or midterms for the first semester classes for high school. I'm not sure if all high schools in the world do that, but most do. And it doesn't say if they're testing. So what I'm going to want to do is look for testing, but I suppose I'll look through these tabs. No, testing. Testing information and dates. Okay. This page has nothing on it. I try to click that, doesn't work. Control click, nothing, not a link, doesn't actually exist. So I have no idea when their testing days are. They could be 2 weeks before school ends. I don't know. So I'm just going to avoid observing in December entirely, but that's kind of completely useless. Let's look at, I have to write a little bit about the history, so I'll look at the history. Okay, this is an About Our School page. That's good to know. Student hours. And then here's a bell schedule PDF. Good to know. Cute. And a map. Opens another tab, and you look at where it is. There's a McDonald's right there if I want to grab lunch after I'm done observing. Good to know. I can look at where it is relative to us. So, I mean, I don't know where we are exactly. I've only been here for a month, but it's a good thing to look at, the aerial view. That's a good embedded map. I like it. Thank you. Here is, I needed to look at the total enrollment. Good to have it right here. Don't need the demographic breakdown, but it's good that it's right there. And here's the history. It's kind of brief, not really much. There's like who the school was named after and the A grade they got the first year, but it doesn't really say like specific achievements, but you know, it's serviceable. Let's see, I need to find the grade of the school. So I'm gonna go to school grade and demographics, but here's the fun part. It brings us to exactly the same page. So 2 links to the same page, and the grade is not here. I don't see it. I know where it is because I had to find it before. It's in the school improvement plan. What? That's completely not where it should be. If you say school grade, it says school grade and demographics. Here's demographics, but it doesn't say school grade anywhere on that page. It says here. Ta-da, found it. But it's useless. It does give the rest of the demographics, which is helpful to me, the student looking at information about school. And this is the school improvement plan. So I guess if I wanted to know that, it's right there. But I don't know already that it has the grade in it. I just looked at that because I was curious. And then I found it. So otherwise I would not have found that. Let's look at, maybe I want to know what the lunch is. Oh, this is annoying because either I have to scroll all the way down here or I look for Newsom High School. Right there. Okay, nice pop-up. I'm not going to personalize my experience. Lunch. And I can see the nutrition information for all the food I could eat if I was possibly eating lunch here. I'm not gonna eat lunch here, but I think it's a possibility. Like I could ask if I could eat. So it's good to know this stuff. It's pretty good. So I have to go back to the tab. Just about every link I've had has opened a new tab, but I suppose that's good because you always have the tab to go back to. Let's look at points of pride, because I do need to know about the awards and accolades the school has received. We're proud of our school. Cute tab name. Oof. This scroll bar is very small. So when you do this, it makes a lot of difference. But here is the first thing. This year, okay, so, I guess I been taking too long. Well, I want to say this news page is kind of crap, but just because it's really, really long. And then there's like nothing, so it would help to, an improvement would be like putting a tab at least per school year, because then I try to scroll all the way up and it flashes back down to the bottom. But other than that, I mean, it's a useful website, but it's got some flaws that could be improved. But it's good. I give